Hey guys, so this is my first video, at least longer form content video on BookTube in a pretty good while. I've been doing more things on TikTok and Instagram, more short form videos, but I just wanted to come in here and I really hope this year I can get back to doing more on my BookTube, which was my first experience in the book content world. So I wanted to do a reading update. So what I'm reading right now, I actually just got a pretty big book haul in from Christmas, from the Christmas money that I had. I was able to finish out my Dresden Files collection, which is behind my camera. I can't really show it right now. Also, The Expanse. I had about half, a little more than half of The Expanse, and I was able to finish out that collection as well as some other odds and end books. I think it was like 15 books in all. So that was pretty exciting. But what am I reading right now? Well, first of all, I'm reading an indie fantasy book, kind of an urban fantasy, Relics by Robert York. And I have really enjoyed it so far. I'm about 12 chapters into this book. It reminds me of the Dresden Files because it's urban fantasy, a little bit of Harry Potter vibes to it because of certain things, and it's kind of a mashup of several different beloved book series. It's not that the author is kind of wearing them on his sleeve as he writes, but there are definitely some callbacks to other series. I'm enjoying it. It's a self-published fantasy book. I encourage you to look it up if you are so inclined. Another thing I'm reading right now is House of Assassins by Larry Correia. I read Son of the Black Sword last year, and I really enjoyed it. I intended to continue on with the series, and one thing led to another, and I just didn't. I never got any further. But I am finally back on this particular series, and it's fantastic. I'm halfway through the book. I love the main character. I say love the main character. There are things that you may not like about the main character, but I'm invested in him. I'm invested in other characters. Some of the side characters are really kind of getting a foot forward in this particular series, and it's very unique fantasy. I believe it is India inspired, if I have that correct. Fantasy, which is unique. So there's a lot of good things, a lot of unique things about this particular book, plus just great storytelling. Also, something else I'm reading this month, and this kind of moves away from my normal fantasy and sci-fi, but is A Grief Observed by C.S. Lewis. I tried to read a lot more, or some more, from C.S. Lewis last year. C.S. Lewis is one of my favorite authors, and so I tried to read more from this particular author last year, and I did. I read Mere Christianity, and a few other things. I'm reading A Grief Observed. This is devastating, but it's also beautiful at the same time, and I highly recommend, if you love reading C.S. Lewis, if you love his fiction, try some of his nonfiction out. Also, this wasn't necessarily planned for this particular month, but I have picked back up Immortal Techniques. This is Spirits of Vengeance. I read the first two books in this standalone series from Rob J. Hayes and loved them, and I actually read some of Spirits of Vengeance and stopped. It's like a couple of years ago, it seems, and I don't know why I stopped. Well, I was rearranging some books on my bookshelf, and I said, you know what? I came across it. I said, I need to get back on that. I started reading it again last night, and I just fell back into the story. Some of the most fun fantasy reading I've ever read is in these books, and it is still no different. Now, I am enjoying it. That's what I'm reading right now. Again, this is just kind of an update, telling you what's been going on. Hopefully get some more content out about what I plan to read in the weeks to come, months to come, and in 2026. Good to be back. Hope to see more of you in the coming weeks.